Are you one of those people that, I don't know, you get in an elevator and you feel panic coming on when it gets packed? Or in an elevator and all of a sudden they bring somebody in the elevator on a stretcher and now it's really packed and tight? Or are you one of those people that get in the back seat of a New York taxi cab where you have zero room and they have the glass in front of you and the windows don't go down? Yeah, that was me. Or did you stay in a hotel like I did in New York? You're on the 51st floor, you open the window and there's no window. Yeah, it's called claustrophobia. And today, John and I are going to help you watching live reduce and eliminate your claustrophobia. How are we going to do that? We're not even in your house. We don't even have to touch you. We're going to be using the emotion code to do that. Hello, everybody. I'm half of the Bro Show today. My name is Michael Loche. I'm a certified emotion code practitioner. And welcome to my buddy, John.
Good morning, everyone. John in Verity, the other bro, certified in the emotion code and certified in Dr. Bradley's body code as well.
Yes. Well, John, we have been cooking here. We're having lots of great shows, and I just really want to give a shout out to everybody that's sharing the show and acknowledging the work we do. And we had to go a little B15. What's B15 on the chart?
Ooh, vulnerability.
Yeah, we've been vulnerable. We've been exposing the work of the emotion code. But you know what I like about the Bro Show? People that are interested are watching it. So there's no strangers or people that think we're quack quack. And if you do, quack quack, hashtag quack quack.
Brene Brown would be proud of us.
Oh yes.
Yes.
I don't know who that is.
Vulnerability TED Talk. Yeah. Public speaker.
Yeah, that's what we do. We share personal stuff with you, and you guys trust us, and a lot of you are our clients and customers, so you know the work that we can do, and so we thank you for sharing that with us today. John, who has joined us today, please? Who's saying what? Who's saying hello?
We've got the Rachel. We said hi to Sindri. Natasha Paula Samuel.
Hey, Natasha Paula Samuel.
Essex.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, Cindy Griffin Edler says good morning. Leanna Jansen says, hey, Michael, in the loops.
I think that means Kamloops. It does mean Kamloops. She brought me to Kamloops before. I know exactly who she is.
I lived there, actually.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at the beautiful university there. And then we have Misty Anderson. She gave us a hashtag emotion code bros in the house. And again, just a shout out to people that we acknowledged earlier, Jean Peterson, our friend Cindy Trost, hashtag bye claustrophobia. You can make that into a song. Shoshana Peltier, she is a Canadian as well. And I had a nice chat with her last week. She is practicing the body code, emotion code. And I think I helped to shift some of her challenges she was having. So Shoshana, if you want to give us a shout out about how I helped you, that would be great. And City
Kelly
Griffin
says hi, guys.
Oh, Kelly's in the house. Hey, Kelly. My friend Delilah Cordova's in the house. Yeah, we've got a lot of people joining us today. And I know a lot of these names because we've been helping a lot of people. So we want to help you today. John, can you set up today what we're doing and what we need for people watching us to do?
We need volunteers. In the comments, let us know that you volunteer claustrophobia. We're looking for someone or two people with claustrophobia. And just, let us know in the comment that you're here, you're watching, you're live. And we want to know how bad it is, actually, as well. Yeah. And we'll get to that. But yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, we want to know how severe it is.
I remember, John, I got it from my dad, and now we understand, when we got it, it wasn't in the DNA, it was in his emotion, it was in trapped emotions that my dad couldn't go in elevators. And at one time I knew EFT, and he had a cousin or a friend that was in the 4th floor of the hospital, and he wouldn't go in the elevator, and he was bigger than I was, so he wouldn't take the stairs. And I did an EFT session with him, and he finally got in the elevator, and he didn't understand my instructions. This is odd, but my dad and mom are French, and I'm English, so that's how we communicated. So at one time I said, so just go in the elevator. I did not muscle testing, but I did the EFT. So I'm standing outside the elevator, and my parents get in, and other people start to get in. I thought, oh, my dad's going to come out, and he didn't. So I'm waiting, and then I finally go over to the elevator, and I go in front, and my dad's still in it. He didn't understand the instructions. So now he's going up and down and up and down. He didn't know that just to go up to get to the floor. He thought I was So he was in there like 8 minutes. So he went from he couldn't get in an elevator into 8 minutes. So now I understand where I got my fear of, or the claustrophobia for
Yeah, it's
elevators.
emotional. Yeah, it's not the genetics or DNA. It's one step above that. It's called
Yeah.
epigenetics, and it's up above that is environment and emotions.
Oh, great.
Fun
I
fact.
remember before I got rid of my claustrophobia, when I ordered a taxi, I made sure it wasn't a van. You know, the back seat in the van, like a shuttle van. No, if I'm
You
not
don't like.
sitting in the front seat with the window down, well, where's it at? Where is it now? Bye bye
Bye bye.
taxi. Yeah, I was very adamant about that. So we have a lot of friends joining us today. And again, we are looking for people that are suffering from claustrophobia. We want to know the severity of that. While we're waiting for you to come forth and let us know, we'd like to hear your stories about what have we helped you remove. It could have been in a past episode or it could be as a client. But John, Cindy gave us a hashtag quack quack. Thanks, Cindy.
And
I'm a,
we got that from Misty as well.
I knew Misty would do it.
Quack, quack.
Hashtag wish and want all you want. Thank you.
Oh, we have a volunteer. Cindy Griffin Elder says, "Love to volunteer. Mine is mostly when people get too close to me."
Oh,
Ooh, I
okay.
can relate. Yeah, I need 5 feet.
Yeah, 5 feet. Can you write all that down for her, and you can work with Cindy.
Sure.
Now, what else did I want to say? Now, John, you have a list of upcoming shows. We brought, you sent me an idea this morning, and I added one. So I thought, you know what, let's post this information. So right now, I'm going to take you on a quick little tour to the Bro Show page,
Ooh,
and
all
I want to
right.
show you and encourage
Grab your
everybody.
popcorn.
Grab your popcorn. We're doing it. There we go. So John and I have a page. It is hangoutwithmichael.com/bros. And Delilah will probably put the information out there. So, we teach the 7 keys. We haven't done that yet. We're going to there. If you want to be notified 30 minutes before the show, in case you're on a plane or a trust bus or a train or in a coffee shop like some of you are, most people are watching this show on their phone. So we want to let you know you can either, Facebook will either tell you or we'll tell you. We'll tell you how, because Facebook lets you know like sometimes 2 or 3 minutes late. We want you in the waiting room. We want you in the waiting room. So hashtag we want you in the waiting room. You could submit here. Right after the show, we update Delilah. I'm going to acknowledge her because she's our everything person. She updates so this was last week's show. We did phobias on bugs and spiders, rats and snakes. John, who did we work on last week? Because we haven't heard from them, but we did. We're waiting for an update. Who did we work on last week?
Yeah, we worked on Maria Mouse, scared
Yeah.
of mice.
Okay, hashtag you figure it out. Maria Mouse. What else?
And Leanie Lost.
Oh, yeah, Slaney Lost. Oh, look at that, John. We've got, here's our list of upcoming shows. Just a reminder, next Saturday, I'm on the road and I'll be in an airplane at 9 o'clock, so I won't be able to do that. But look what we got coming up. We have a lot of requests. I also have a Facebook group for the emotion code, and some of these ideas came from that. But we have procrastination. That's a popular one. I work a lot of people with procrastination, or they put stuff off. Now, yesterday we had Halloween candy. Someone actually sent me a picture and said, because, I don't eat that anymore, but I remember buying the little nut chocolate bars because they were little, and about 10 of them hit the spot at one time. 10 of those little buggers hit the spot. So
Yeah.
if you're a Halloween candy freak, you can join us on we have the date there, October 14th. Then misbehaving kids. Now, John, tell us how, do they need to bring their kids to the show? Tell us how that's going to work, please.
Nope, the kid can be running around in the backyard or in the living room, jumping all over the couches, and the mom or dad can call us. We can have them on the phone or video, and we can work on your child with your permission. Simple as that.
Yeah, and we've both done that. We both had Delilah, who I've been mentioning this morning. She works for me, so we're Skyping back and forth, and she had her baby in her arm that was really sick and had a fever, and so I can't mind my business sometime. And I said, well, let me work on the baby. So I actually worked on the baby, and probably about 15 minutes into the call, after the session, the baby left her arms, and the baby was so protected with his mother, went and started playing with the other kids in the house. And I was like, look at that. I messed her up. She said, how did you do that? You know what? Check it out. So yeah, we're going to be able to, John and I have a lot of experience working with your children without the children being there. And I recently worked with a mother who got me to connect with her young son who was getting chubby. I started getting chubby when I was 9 years old. So when I heard that story, I thought, we're going to stop that. So this kid was drinking Pepsi and Coke and chocolate bars and chips. So I actually did an emotion coach session to remove him. So I haven't heard from her, but I'm sure they were all surprised. Episode number 23, John, what's going to happen on that one? Money blocks.
It's the door crasher. Well, plenty of volunteers for that one.
That is the hot box. We should put, hey, Delilah, put a little hot box beside that, will you? Money blocks, hot box.
We could do that every week. And yeah, we'd still get lots of volunteers. So yeah, it's a popular one. So we're going back to the money blocks.
And yesterday I worked with a gentleman from another country that's getting prepared he has to do a presentation. This guy's an oil rig worker, so he's not trained in giving presentations, but he has to go to another oil rig company and do a presentation. And of course, a lot of anxiety. We cleared all of that yesterday. His presentation's Tuesday, so I have a meeting with him Monday just to see if there's any cleanup. That's on public speaking. And John, you've chosen episode 25. Tell us about that and why you chose it on that day. Go ahead.
Yeah, November 11th is Veterans Day or Remembrance Day. And we're looking for a veteran to work with that has PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And this emotion code has helped hundreds and hundreds of veterans with this, the shock and, what they lived through and saw. Yeah. And so we thought that would be a good time.
Yeah, so ideally, we'll have somebody that's joining us that's going to be able to participate there. Now, we also want to do a shout out to our podcast friends. So we are getting some good feedback, and we're actually meeting clients through our podcast. So if you're listening to the podcast, thank you for joining us today. You can click right here, and you can see all the shows we've done to date. You can listen to them in your car. They actually put the video, not just the voice podcast, but they put the video up there, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
And here is some of our bye-bye testimonials that we've been getting, so you can take a look here. John and I, we both have online calendars, so it's nice and easy to get a hold of us. And again, there you go, lots of good stuff. So thank you for joining us, everybody. Okay, John, I'm going to work with Kelly Carson. Kelly is saying, I can only sit in the aisle of a plane. I actually warned the flight attendant staff that if I will panic, that I'll panic if I sit in the center or window, and she actually pays extra for the aisle seat. So there's a cost for her claustrophobia. So Kelly, I'm going to choose you because I've worked with Kelly. She'll probably give me intended permission, but let me know that I can do that. And good. A couple more. Read me a couple more, John, and then we're going to get set up. We're going to introduce Dr. Brad's work and give the 7 keys, and then we're going to do our done claustrophobia. Go ahead.
There we go. All right. Sheldon Foster says hello, everyone.
Hey, Sheldon. Good morning.
Sheldon.
He's very loyal.
Yeah. Misty Anderson says, being back, dropping my mom at the airport. Oh, Misty's leaving us. All right. Drive safe, Misty. Say hi to your mom for me.
If you got Wi-Fi, we are on. We're live. Like, take us to the airport, Misty.
Well, Wi-Fi in your car? It's possible.
Now, Shoshana, the woman that I talked about, the Canadian woman, she said, it was great information. Michael helped me release my vibrational money ceiling. Oh, you've got a ceiling. And the ceiling is your limit, right? And I know she's on the way to the airport, but you can wish and want all you want. But if your subconscious mind has a money ceiling, you cannot break through with it. So I helped Shoshana with that, and still a work in progress for her. But she's loyal. She will give us an update when she has one. Good.
Oh, we have an update from Cindy. She says, so sorry, I have to leave. Help a friend in a crisis. Thanks for your help. All right, okay. So we're down to 1.
Down to 1. Okay, well, we got Kelly Carson going on. We're looking for another person suffering from claustrophobia. Helena Jenickson, she's watching on her phone. So we kind of knew that. Our stats tell us lots of people watching on the phone. Good stuff. Oh, Cindy Trost, I did what she wrote. Hashtag epigenics. Yeah, I know Cindy. He's a show-off, isn't he? With all the big words today. Leanna Jensen, our friend from Canada, she's on the phone. And there we go. So, John.
Amy Chai is with us.
Oh, Amy Chai. Amy
Hi, Michael and
Chai,
John.
we
Yeah.
would love to hear your story, Amy Chai, because, well, it's not a real name. Natasha Deals Roland. I think you might be new to us, Natasha. Hashtag welcome. Yeah, Amy Chai. So, John, oh, yeah, one of the things we have to tell people if you're volunteering Kelly today, oh, it's going to sound fun. You know what Kelly's new nickname is going to be? Who can figure it out? If Amy Chai and her name is Amy and we help to get rid of chai tea, well, Kelly claustrophobia. I
That's
love
got it.
that. Kelly claustrophobia. Now, some of you might not have known, I'm not one to show off, okay, just a little bit, but I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you that I was interviewed by Oprah Winfrey 4 times, and I got
Right.
the mug to prove it. Now, this mug sits in a place in my cupboard, and no one touches it. No one washes it, no one uses it, and no one can pick it up to look at it. It's my Oprah mug. Not only was I interviewed by Oprah 4 times, I also had my own show on the Oprah and Friends Network, which is what the logo is. So I had a year-long law of attraction show. It was a delight. I'd go to Chicago once a month. I'd stay at the Omni Suites Hotel, where the guests of Oprah Winfrey stay. That was so me.
That one.
Oh, yeah. And then I would record 4 shows, and then I'd go back to Canada, and then I did that for 6 months. And eventually I had a little studio in my house. So I've got lots of experience as a guest on radio shows and hosting my own show. Okay, enough about me. Yeah, no, not really. So, John, let's do a shout out to our BFF.
Dr. Brad.
Yes,
Dr. Bradley Nelson. So he wrote the book. He created the program, the Motion Code, also created the advanced program, the Body Code.
He developed this emotion code chart that we're going to introduce to you. The book looks very thick. I keep telling the story. I've only read 10 books since 1930, not 1930. In 30 years, I've only read 10 books. This was my 11th book, and I read it 3 times. So this makes up for all the hundreds of books. So people say that you need to read a book every day or once a week to be successful. I read 10. I can read. I mean, I read articles, but this book was a lot of stories, and I read it many times over and over and over again. Every time I read a story, it reminds us about some of the things that we can work with the motion code. So, and I got introduced to it because John helped me from a 5-year limp that I had, and I took it seriously, and I started using the motion code on my own. I took the certification. Now I'm helping hundreds of people all over the world through Thoughts Affirm. So thank you to Dr. Bradley Nelson, and a shout out to other motion code practitioners that are giving us compliments and saying that we're making this easy for them to get and understand, and they're also feeling encouraged, right? It's like, yeah, it's encouraged. And some people say, oh, they love our style. And so keep watching, keep sharing our show. So that was it. Now, John, before we get started, we're going to talk about the 7 keys. Now, there's 2 distinctions that Dr. Bradley talks about. Or one of them, well, distinction as in a word that you might not be used to hearing. One is trapped emotions, and the other is the subconscious mind. Can you define those to us and how they relate to what we're doing?
Yes, trapped emotion is an unprocessed trapped emotion or unprocessed emotion from a past negative event. So something that you lived through in the past and you're still holding on to. And it's about the size of a tennis ball or your fist, and even a little bit bigger, the size of a volleyball or cantaloupe. And
Yeah,
it's lodged in your body.
You were resisting using the word cantaloupe today.
It's in the book. So.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's why you like it. Okay.
I think.
Misty likes it when you use it.
Where was I? Okay, so that's what an emotion is. And the subconscious, it's a supercomputer in your brain. So we access the infinite knowledge of your subconscious that knows exactly what you've done in the past. It remembers every experience that you've lived. And we access the subconscious through muscle testing. So it's a lie detector that we're using.
Your conscious mind probably doesn't remember it. It's like, yeah, I think it was, I don't know, I was young. Your conscious mind would know exactly when it was and what happened, and during that experience, what trapped emotions. So John and I can help find that out, and we're going to tell you how we're going to do that. But one of the challenges to asking the subconscious mind, John, is what kind of questions can we ask?
It's a yes or no question, so true or false.
Yeah, so
really
we're
simple
trained on how
question.
to do that.
Yeah.
I think we might have found a subject for you. Natasha Deals Roland, if you can find her. She wants to buy or rent a penthouse that has 2 personal elevators in it. And I'm concerned around that because what if they were to malfunction in the middle of the night or period? So is that a fear I have? I guess you're going to tell us. So what do you think about that, John? I think, yes.
I'd say that's a fear.
Yeah.
Claustrophobia would be like, yeah, you can't get in the elevator because the walls are closing in, right?
We could help her with that. So we're going to put her on cue in case no one else comes up with claustrophobia. We'd love to help you with that too. And also, what you're going to learn today is how quickly we're able to remove fears and phobias and foods, whatever it might be. So imagine booking a half-hour session with us. We can clean up the house. Yeah, Amy's watching on her tablet while working on her laptop. So good morning to Amy. Good stuff. Just scrolling down. It's addictive. Yeah, John and I, we talked about actually, for everyone that, okay, I'm going to say it. Last night I had a dinner party. It wasn't a party at all. There was three of us, and the other two were on their phone the whole time. So, yeah, I didn't like that. So I'm not having them over again.
Yeah, it's common. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Everyone's on their phone all the time. Kids, adults, parents, grandparents.
So that could be a possible future show, is getting rid of the addiction to check the phone, particularly with kids. Sig remembers when I was on the Oprah show. So we love that. No more chai tea from Amy Larson. She's giving us that. Okay, now I'm addicted to all these comments. Well, you know what? I love the acknowledgement. So I'm just feeding my own. Fulfillment needs right now. Okay, John. So here's we got it. We got the emotion code by Dr. Bradley. We've got a chart behind us. And we are going to explain the 7 keys. Now, if you've been watching the show, you know the 7 keys. You can shout them out loud with us. So here's the first key to the emotion code process.
So it's the emotion code chart. It's right there behind Michael. Here's a close-up for it. 2 columns, 6 rows. And there's 60 trapped emotions, all narrowed down into 5 convenient boxes. And they're in those boxes. So it's convenient. We get to them very quickly. And on the left-hand side of the chart, there's organs, glands. Those are the frequency generators. Yes. So you see it in like A4, it says liver, gallbladder, and you've got anger, bitterness, guilt, hatred, resentment, right? So that's liver. You go drinking, and then what comes out? Anger, bitterness, guilt, hatred, resentment, right? That's like right. It's hurting your liver. So those are the
when that organ gets out of balance, of course, it agitates those feelings in there. So that's the emotion code chart. Now, again, there's 60 of them, and we want to get to it really fast. We want to say, okay, subconscious mind, which one is it? We don't want a little, hey, it's this one. I don't want that. We want something solid. So we're going to be using
muscle testing, so biofeedback. So that's how we communicate with the subconscious mind, is muscle testing. There's a lot of different styles of muscle testing, and yeah, it's the application we use to find the trapped emotion on the chart.
So just to repeat, we're going to use muscle testing, which gives us a solid, that's the right answer or that's the wrong answer as we scan the list. So we're going to be scanning the emotion code list using muscle testing, and we can do it for you because we are your, say it when you know it,
proxy. So acting on your behalf. So it's like we're voting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, do the thread thing. Yeah. We're all connected.
We're all connected. So there's a pretend little vibrational thread that says, you can tap into my subconscious mind. You can become my proxy and do it for me. Of course, we show off here at the Bro Show, and we like to know what the severity of it was so we can know what the new severity of it. So we like to know.
On a scale of 1 to 10. So 10 being the most severe.
Yeah. And our goal is to get it to 0.
Yeah.
Whether it's food, or whether it's physical pain, or whether it's heartburn, whether it's a headache, whether it's tingly feet, whether it's restless leg syndrome, whether it's a personal female challenge that you're having, or whether
constipation.
Yes, we've done that.
Money blocks. Headaches.
We've got Sophie Guru who couldn't poo. She's back to normal. No, she told me. I can tell her. We told you, Kelly, claustrophobia. You join the show, you get a nickname. So, and of course, we can do all of this only when.
We need your permission. So written permission in this case on the Bro Show. When you call in, it's obviously implied. But we can't just work on our neighbor because we think it would help them.
Or our friends on the phone. Because last night at the dinner table, I would have got out my super magnet.
Put your fork down.
Put your fork
magnet.
Down. Yes, I'm going to do the emotion code session with you right now because you're on the phone. But of course, I'd never get their permission to do that. So, John, tell us about how the magnet acts in this whole process, please.
Yeah, so it deletes it. So the magnet pure energy. We run it over the top of the head a few times, 3
Okay.
times for a standard emotion, or 10
Anytime
times for
magnet.
an inherited emotion. Yes, you can inherit trapped emotions. And it basically just deletes that. So with intention, amplified with the magnet, clearing that out.
Yeah. And just any magnet, these are little fridge magnets that I have. I got them in every room in my house. Yeah, John's doubling up. He's a
Presents.
double dip. He's a double
Like
dip.
a
He's
lot
got
of
the
magnets.
XL1000 magnet. So yeah, so that's what the magnet does. And all of this can work only so to help us get connected and to help us reassure that we're getting connected really well. You've seen me do it already. We have to be
Hydrated, lots of water. So we drink lots and a lot of water
Oh,
throughout every
you
session.
think you drink enough water? Drink some more.
Not as much as Tom Brady, but we drink a lot of water.
Yeah, I don't know who Tom Brady is.
He drinks 9 liters of water a day.
Really?
That's a
Wow,
lot.
that's a lot of water. I'm drinking about 2 liters of water a day when I'm a regular day, but on motion code day, I'm drinking water. I think that's it, John. We talked about the keys to the process. If you want to do another scan for a second subject, I'm going to queue myself up with our friend Kelly Carson. She is in beautiful British Columbia on the west coast of Canada. She's telling me that when she sits, she has to sit in the aisle of an airplane because if she's in the middle or against the window, she gets panic attacks. So to me, that's a form of claustrophobia. So, John, I am going to start an emotion code session with her, and you can walk through until you find another subject, and you can let people know what I'm doing. I'm just going to take more water to make sure.
Nice. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing anything for claustrophobia. Yeah, Natasha did say a fear. Fear of elevators breaking down. That would have been last week for the phobias episode.
Yeah. So right now, John, I'm using my muscle testing technique, and this is a yes for me. That's a no when it slips through. I'll show you really closely. That's a yes. And am I Michael? Am I John? See how it slips through? So my subconscious mind agreement says, lock my fingers when it's yes, let them go when it's no. Hey, someone hashtag that. Hashtag let it go when it's no. So right now, am I John? No. Am I Michael? Yes. So now I'm going to check in with Kelly Carson. Because I've worked with her before, the second time we connect quite quickly. So first I'm going to say, am I hydrated enough? What's the answer? Yes. Do I need to drink more water? No. So I'm good to go. I'm fueled up. And I'm just going to get grounded here and check in with Kelly Carson. There we go. I'm Kelly Claustrophobia, right? No, see, it wouldn't let me call her that. Smart ass. Is it Kelly? Yeah, it's Kelly Carson. It wouldn't accept her nickname. So right now, am I Kelly Carson? Am I Michael? No, I'm Kelly Carson. So right now, I'm asking about the severity, because remember, John, that we need to know what is the severity of my panic attack or claustrophobia when I'm on an airplane and I have to sit in the middle seat or the window seat. 10 being severe. Watch this. Is it 1? Slip through. That's a no. Remember, let it go if it's a no. Is it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Lock it in if it's a yes, right there. So the severity of Kelly's discomfort, claustrophobia, and fear and anxiety when she's on the airplane, not sitting in the aisle seat, is a 10. So now I'm connected to her. I'm going to ask her subconscious mind, and I have a similar list right in front of me. So you're not expected to read that at home. We're just letting you know it's there. So I'm asking my subconscious mind. I'm using Kelly's voice now. What is the severity of the problem? It's a 10. And what are the trapped emotions that are causing that? Now I got to get to one of them really fast. So I'm going to say, is it in column A? Let it go if it's a no. It's not in column A. It's at column B. Oh, it is. Is it an even row? It's not. So it's an odd row. So now we know it's in column B and it's odd. Is it 1, 3, 5? It's in row 5. Is it 1, 2, 3? It's terror. So Kelly had an experience in her life where terror got trapped. I wonder if I need to know more. Oh, I don't need to know more. Boom, I'm just releasing it. Now I'm going to take the magnet and dilute it so I'm not taking it on, and then it just, with the intention, now we're deleting that. I'm just going to check my work here. Did I release that? I did. Did I release the terror? Is there more? There is. Even AIB, even 2. Is it B2? It's lack of control. Okay, I got lack of control trapped. Do I need to know more? No, I want to release lack of control. And there might be like 9 or 10 of them, so just hang in there with me. Somebody should be timing this too. Hashtag timing. Even AI to be even 2. Is it hopelessness? It is. It's hopelessness. Do I need to know more? I'm deleting hopelessness with the magnet. So now we've got 3 trapped emotions that are causing Kelly's discomfort, claustrophobia, and fear of an airplane, middle seat, aisle, or window seat. Even, a odd, be even, B2. This one is helplessness. Okay, do I need to know more? I don't. Now, if we wanted to snoop around, we could say, when did I get this? But you know what? I am the emotion code auctioneer, and I don't like to dig deeper unless because I want to get it done. So we're not going to find out all those questions. But sometimes the subconscious mind wants us to, right, John?
Sometimes.
Now,
It's usually pretty easy to let that go.
Yeah. I'll show you an example. Failure. Do I need to know more? Can I know more? Okay. How old was I? Was I under 30? Was I under 20? No, I wasn't under 20. Was over 20. Was I 20, 21, 22? So I was 22. So did all of these last 5 trapped emotions get trapped when I was 22? Well, that's interesting. So, and you don't even have to remember it, but Kelly, you had an event in your life where these got trapped when you were 22. Can I release it? So now I'm releasing failure that got trapped when I was 22.
I find a lot of emotions at that age for a lot of people.
Yes.
22. Think about it. I mean, you're maybe just in university or coming out of university and gotta figure out what you're going to do with the rest of your life.
Yeah. I just got wishy-washy. It's my favorite. Unsupported. Conflict. Creative insecurity. See if there's any more. Is there any in row A? Is there any in row B? Oh, there's not. So is there any more trapped emotions that are causing the severity of 10? And I'm going to check my work, John, because before today's session, what was my fear, anxiety, claustrophobia about sitting in the middle or window seat? Was it a 10? And now is it a 10? Oh, look at that. Let it go when it's a no. Is it a 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2? 2? How can there be some left? Oh, I bet you there's hidden buggers.
Oh.
Hashtag hidden buggers.
Yeah, there's
emotions that weren't obvious that I couldn't find. There is. Just for the, what of it. How many are there hidden? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's 5. Is there 6? No, there's 5. So now I've got to find 5 of them on that chart. Are there 5, or is the first one in row A, column A? No. Is it column B? It is. Is it even, odd? Is it 1, 3? Oh, so there we go. I don't know. Is it all of B3? Okay. Is stubbornness hidden? Yes, it is. Do I need to know more? So now I'm getting rid of stubbornness. Is self-abuse hidden? One of the hiddens? It is. I'm releasing that. Is grief one of the hiddens? It is. Do I need to know more? Yet no. So I'm releasing hidden grief. Is defensiveness hidden? Oh, it is. Do I need to know more? So releasing hidden defensiveness. Is confusion hidden? It is. Do I need to know more? Releasing hidden confusion. And now I'm just going to quietly clean up a couple other things here for her.
All right. So yeah, I'll talk about something in the body code that I've been finding this week. And I've been working with a lot of people with lower body pain, aches and pains, lower body. So like if you think about that, like moving forward in life, what might be blocking you from moving forward in life? That's kind of like a metaphysical connection there. And in the body code, what I've been finding is actually something called a memory field. So that's just like a little memory. It's emotional, but it's a memory right in front of you, like a cloud that's kind of just like hovering over you and raining on you of this emotional stuff. And so what we do is just with the magnet, we take it with intention and clear that out, release that, move it from front to back. And I've been seeing a lot of great success. People's lower body pain is going away with that. So that's pretty unique.
That is pretty unique.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I thought was pretty unique is when we got rid of somebody's seasonal allergies, because it's not about the pollen, right? Everyone said all this medicine that people are taking. I think we got rid of people's seasonal allergies like in 7 minutes. So here's what we want you to hear. In a half-hour appointment, we can clean it up. A lot of things for you. And ideally more than a half hour, because you probably have a lot of things that are ailing you. Physical pains and thoughts and money blocks and business blocks. So I just want to give Kelly Carson an update. So we started off as a 10, and I'm not connected to her anymore. I disconnected? But when I got her down to a 0. So I through muscle testing and being her proxy, I was able to say to her subconscious mind, what's causing this discomfort, fear, claustrophobia, right? And I had to say which one of these. I couldn't say what is it. I had to say, is it this? And so you saw how we narrowed it down. So we got the trapped ones out of the way and the hidden ones out of the way. I did a special little cleanup at the end. And now she should not have that experience again. And of course, we'll have to wait and hear from her. She also might be experiencing a little bit of sensations, right? Maybe a tingling or a little bit of energy moving. And it's quite possible she's going to have a super good sleep tonight. So have a good sleep tonight.
Yeah, you know what? I actually kind of prefer the aisle seat anyways because I get to like put my leg out a little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit taller. I got long legs and just a little stretch out, right? In the middle seat, I mean, really, who likes the middle seat?
Yeah.
But my partner Pam, she loves that window seat. She wants to lean up against it, fall asleep.
Yeah. I'm too
So
nosy.
then I'm stuck in the middle because she's got to sit on the window.
Yeah. I've seen couples book the aisle and the window seat, hoping nobody would get in the middle. And then they have the whole seat to themselves. But
Yeah.
hashtag business class is better when you can do it. Leanna Johnson saying, where do we get the chart? Well, you can, it belongs to Dr. Bradley Nelson. Here's the title. It's called the Emotion Code Chart. You can just Google it and you'll find a black and white copy. I just had this colorized because that's my style, but it is Dr. Brad's official emotion code chart. You can get it online. Also, if you want a free copy of the book, like the, what do you call it? The e-version. You can't smell it, but you can get the e-version. Get the e-version to get an exposure and then get this book. Really, just support the work of Dr. Bradley Nelson. And he's giving away the e-version for free, but support the work of this guy. He's just spent his whole life developing all this. And this material will take years before it tips over. You know what tips over means? It's called the tipping point. Before it's in hospitals and clinics and at the lineup at Weight Watchers. Hashtag Weight Watchers, are you watching?
It's starting. It's starting. I'm having chiropractors and naturopathic physicians refer their clients to me because they know it's emotional. Yeah. And I mean, it's just a matter of time before someone's doing emotion code in a medical doctor, an MD's clinic. If it's not already happening, it probably is somewhere.
Amy Larson gave us lock it in for a yes. But I'm also having great success right now. I'm helping a friend of mine get off of pot and marijuana, and he was buying hundreds of dollars of pot every week, and he's pretty smart and brilliant. And he was putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and I didn't nag him too much. And then he's having trouble getting a girl. And I said, well, you know what? If you get off pot, you're going to attract a woman. Just like that. Now, there's no rule about that. I just thought nobody wants to hang out and be around a dude that's smoking too much pot. So I did a session with him, and I got rid of his anxiety about quitting, anxiety about not having it. I changed all of his beliefs. Is it okay for me to get off pot? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. So I changed his beliefs. I switched off his beliefs from no's to yeses. I got rid of all the levels of anxiety. Yeah, well, I didn't cue it, but it's there. It's the orange cone. Now, the orange cone, when you see it on don't you love, John? People are sending us orange cone pictures. Thinking of us when they see the orange cone. The orange cone is stopping the traffic. It's stopping you from moving forward. So just a shout out to my friend for trusting with the process. And I talked to him a couple of times after that, and he was feeling a little bit of anxiety. And he said he was rageful and a little angry and stuff like that. So, I just kept helping with that. So it kind of needed to tune up. And then I'm sending him again today. Yeah, drink lots more water. So we're helping people with that too. Anything. We had a lot of fun today, John. We got a lot of people liking us and sharing the show. And
yeah, thanks for your likes and shares and watching. And Kelly says she's getting a little bit emotional, and that can happen, right? You can, during a session, these emotions are clearing out, like echoing kind of thing. So Kelly, a little extra water, go easy on yourself.
Yeah.
Walk in nature today. Just treat yourself, baby yourself. Treat yourself nice.
I was helping my friend Maria, who had a jelly donut addiction. And we use the word addiction here. Like, I know when people use the word addiction, it's always very severe. But, when you have jelly donuts every day, we call that addiction. And boy, when I released it first, she bawled her eyes out because that was her and her dad's thing. Her and her dad had jelly donuts, and that was the connection. Well, you know what? After that session, where's it at? Bye-bye jelly donuts. Never had them since. Okay. Well, good stuff. I think we had a great show today, John. John, earlier we said there's no show next week. I'm going to be in Las Vegas. I'm taking a seminar next week, so I
There
won't
might be
be.
an impromptu show, right?
Well, we could. We
Gonna
actually
rule
want
it
to do.
out.
Yeah. Well, we're not advertising it because we have to be in the mood for it. Pardon the pun, but it's going to be a sex show. So we don't know what we're going to do and who's going to raise their hand and wave their hand and say, pick me, pick me. But the people that I picked in the past are pretty pleased with the work around the sex show. So
Dim the lights.
dim the
The
lights.
late night bro edition.
Yeah, so
Light your
uh,
candles.
light your
All right.
candles, get your bubble bath going. Okay, well, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us today. And again, John and I we have online calendars on hangoutwithmichael.com/bros page or John's page, Alive and Pure. And you can see how our schedules match up with yours. I'm working tomorrow and the rest of today. I have a couple spots open. You can check the calendar. Come prepared, bring a list, and bring lots of water, and we'll get right to work. Within a minute, we're going to start swiping that old magnet to get you ready. Now, we love when we have people from the show watch because we don't have to talk about the 7 keys. That takes 7 minutes. You don't want 7 minutes with the blah, blah, blah. Pick up the phone. We'll have a magnet ready to go. Just let us know what your challenge is. That's our style, how we like to work. Good. Anything else you want to add, John? Or what would you like to add?
I think we covered it today, bro. Thanks, everyone, for watching, sharing your likes and hearts. And yeah, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. And remember, we have the Halloween candy episode coming up. So when you see the Halloween treats, you can think of us. And you can spend money on a session with us, or you can spend money eating your Halloween candy. You know those little chocolate bars where 10 of them hit the spot? Yeah, those ones.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for showing out with us today. See you later.